gentlemen, boys and girls, you're back with the one wheel, two wheels. We are out in the countryside today. Gonna go and visit my nana and granddad. They're no longer with us, so I'm popping to their stone. It happens to be at a place called Greensted Church, and from what I remember when I was younger, I believe it to be the oldest wooden church in the world. It's definitely really old. It's one of the oldest, well, it's I believe, I'm pretty much 100% sure that it's the oldest church in the country, but I do believe, remembering when I was learning about the place when I was younger, that they said it was the oldest wooden church in the world. And not only that, there's a wooden church buried underneath it, but it's unable to be, what do they call it when they date it? You know what I mean, when they do all the tests to find out how old the wood is and this, that and the other. It's an absolutely beautiful church. Not that I have any sort of faith, but I do appreciate old, beautiful buildings. And this is for sure a very old and very beautiful building. So yeah, we're just going to take a little ride through the countryside. These are some pretty tight back roads out this way. The surface is pretty good, apart from it being patchy wet, which is always, you know, a bit poo. Could you have it nice and dry, so you think you give it the gas, the next corner you come round, it's all wet, it's horrible. So you just basically have to ride like it's wet. So yeah, New Year's Day. Hope everybody had a good New Year's Eve. I had a nice quiet one, spent it with my girlfriend, watched a film, Donnie Brasco. Now that's a film that I'd never seen, and oh, what a film, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, loved it. Definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it. You know, it's only 26 years or 27 years old now. Came out in 1997, a very young Johnny Depp. But yeah, so like I say, these roads are a bit slick. There's a bit of leafage, bit of fucking greenery on the ground. You don't really need to be seeing that when you come around the corner. It's a bit terrifying. But yeah, this is sketchy. So yeah, these fields over to my right, they have a river running through them. It's really pretty, and I used to walk around there when I was a child with my nana and granddad. It was really nice. They had a very nice house. My granddad worked at a printer's. I believe it was the printer, like the printing factory for the Times newspaper, I believe. Oh my God, it's a little bit wet around here. Yeah, well, the river is very much up, and it's so up that it's come up to my boot level. Yeah, that was a little bit deep, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think that I was riding a boat, but hey, got through there all right. The bike needs a wash anyway, it's absolutely filth, so not a problem. I weren't even toying with the idea of turning round. So yeah, what else can I say? Yeah, so yeah, these fields, you had a lovely little walk around there. I got introduced to what myxomatosis was because of these fields. So yeah, over the other side there's like allotments going up the hill, and because of the allotments, you used to have a lot of rabbits around there, and obviously some of them had myxomatosis, and yeah, I didn't have a clue what it was when I was a kid. But yeah, this used to be my nana and granddad's local pub, the Stag. Nice old-fashioned, old-school local pub. Couple of boys out doing a bit of touring on New Year's Day. But yeah, this is I suppose, it's got to be a town because it has a high street, so I presume it's a town, and it's called Ongar. Lovely old town. used to be quite an ageing population because the houses around here are pretty expensive, so to buy a house around here you had to have money. So yeah, it used to be, yeah, like I say, quite an ageing population, but I think that it's got a bit younger. You know, development nowadays, it's all about affordable homes, so there's probably areas that have been built on since I've, you know, used to come over and visit my nana and granddad, with more affordable homes. I used to be a newsagent, so used to walk down there with my granddad, grab a newspaper and whatever else he would buy in the mornings. But yeah, so now we're heading out of Ongar and we're going to a place called Greensted, and the church is actually called Greensted Church. It has a sister church down the road that's made out of stone. Yeah, a lot of Essex churches are made of stone. They're made from flint, which is a very beautiful stone. It's white on the outside, and then when you crack it, it's almost black on the inside, but it almost looks glassy. So yeah, and it's very sharp. It can be made very sharp, so depending on how you break it. Yeah, so it was quite a tool back in the day for the old cavemen and all that. They would break it and make their axes and whatever else out of it, cutting implements. I've seen videos on YouTube of people actually making blades from flint. It's yeah, it's pretty fascinating. So yeah, this church, I couldn't tell you when it was built, a very long time ago. But yeah, not only are my nana and granddad there, my cousin, when she first got married, she had a wedding blessed here. It's just, like I say, it's a very beautiful building, and you'll get to see it in a minute. Last time I came over, I had a quick chat with the vicar, because he was actually locking up at the time, and when I said I was about to make a donation, he was more than happy to keep the door open for a few more minutes. And he came over, he had a look at the bike, he thought it was a beautiful bike, which I was like quite impressed with, you know. Back in the day, I suppose motorbikes were a bit like for the rebels, you know, a bit of the bad boy things, but nowadays, you know, everything's for everybody, you know. Kids are covered in tattoos now, and that used to be a sign of you know, rowdiness and all that. Bit of a naughty boy, but nowadays everyone's got tattoos, you know, it's not just sailors. So yeah, Angle Park this way. Okay, fair enough. Let's do as we're told then. Church parking, please angle this way. That looks a bit muddy down there, so I think I'm gonna back it up. Actually, I can't be arsed with backing it up. Let's just stick it here. So yeah, there she is, hidden behind the tree. So yeah, excuse me while I just park up in this, I'm not parking on that shit, no. I need something way firmer than that. Let's see what this one's like. Yeah, that's pretty firm under there, so we're good. So yeah, this is Greensted Church. It feels extremely strange walking around, going to see a church, listening to Slipknot, talking to you guys, you know, when there's no one here. It's just me. I feel like I should be talking quietly. So yeah, you got the steeple. I believe that was added on afterwards, so it's only the midsection that's the wooden section. So that's the whole bit. And like I say, underneath, there's another church, so that bit on the end was added on as well. But yeah, this is the Crusaders' grave. 12th century, shaped like a sword blade. So yeah, this place is pretty damn old. But yeah, you see what I mean by it being shaped by a sword blade? Hello. But yeah, it's a beautiful old building. Beautiful setting. Out in the country, very peaceful. Very nice place for my Nanny and Grandad to rest for the rest of their time, you know. Oh, horses in the distance. But yeah, I believe it's around here there was a peephole, because what you used to do back in the day, the old kings and that, they used to come and hide in churches when they were under attack. You see, yeah, there's a peephole right there. So probably when we go inside, we'll be able to find that. Oh, there's another one here, look. So I believe that would have been filled with glass, so you could actually see out of it. But yeah, beautiful old stained windows. Absolutely stunning building. Kept really well. You know, I try and make a donation every time I visit, so that it's got the upkeep that it's required. So there you go, this is Greensted Church. Let's see, headstone made of wood. I'd imagine that would have been a cross once upon a time, but the wood has obviously rotted away over the years and years. But there you go, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to go and pay my respects to my Nan and Grandad. I'll pop in, make a donation, and I'll see you in a bit.